Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic, and welcome to my top 10 favorite films of 2021 video. Now, a couple of disclaimers before this video actually gets started. Number one is that I haven't seen absolutely every single movie that came out this year. So for example, movies like Licorice Pizza will not be on this list because I just haven't seen them yet. Yes, this holiday season has just been jam-packed with more family stuff, and I haven't had a chance to see it, so it will not be on this list. And number two is that this is just my own personal opinion. Nothing to take too seriously. These are just the movies that I've seen this year that I enjoyed watching the most. And I want to give a giant shout out and thank you to my partners at Movie Scene Canada for making this entire year possible. They're the reason why I'm able to see these movies early. They're the reason why I'm able to get certain things early like 4Ks and Blu-rays. They have been such a great support to this channel, and I want to say thank you so much to the studios as well for allowing me to attend these press screenings. I really hope to be seeing you guys and working with you guys again in 2022. So this will be a pretty quick list of me just listing off the 10 movies with a little tiny analysis of each one. I do have full in-depth reviews of every single movie on this channel, so if you guys want to know more, then definitely check out those videos. But without further ado, let's start off with number 10, Disney's Encanto. Simply put, I think Encanto is the best Disney movie I've seen in the past 10 years. I think it's better than both Frozen films. I think it's better than both Wreck-It Ralph films. I think it's better than Moana. I think it's better than Zootopia. This movie has everything you want in a Disney animated movie. The animation, the colors, the songs, the characters, the story, the atmosphere, the culture, the magic. Disney magic is back in full force with Encanto. Number 9 is Spiderman No Way Home. Now, I haven't seen any of their top 10 lists from this year before recording this video, but I'm going to assume that Spider-Man No Way Home is number 1 on many other lists. But luckily for me, it did crack the top 10 because I found this movie extremely engaging and exciting and entertaining, especially from a Spider-Man fan. This is like a love letter to Spidey fans. And Tom Holland is the best he's ever been. I really feel like this is the movie where he's really transcended into Spider-Man rather than Spider-Boy or Spider-Teenager in Far From Home and in Homecoming. Sure, I wish that Green Goblin was in it more to have that emotional moment, really have more emotional weight. I won't spoil it, and of course we have some cameos, no spoilers, but that was all wonderful to see. I've seen it twice now. The second time watching it was better than the first, so who knows, if I watch it 3, 4, 5 times, it might just skyrocket up this list, but for right now, it's at number 9. Now, number 8 is Don't Look Up, and when the reviews started to come in for this movie, I was quite frankly shocked, because after seeing this movie, I'm like, oh my god, this movie is really great. I feel like a lot of people are going to enjoy it across the board, critics and audiences, but no, people are split on it. But the more I think about it, the fact that the people are split on this movie kind of proves the film's point. In my opinion, of course, this movie accurately holds up a mirror to society and goes, yes guys, this is how you act in situations like this. You turn everything into politics. It's a very us versus them mentality. We don't really care about the important issues at hand for the greater good of the people. No, we only care about really trivial crap that has nothing to do with any of us. But as for the movie, great cast. I mean, Jonah Hill and Mark Rylance might be a little bit too surface level, but the entire movie I thought was really engaging, really funny, and a great temperature gauge for society. Number 7 is Palmer on Apple TV+. Now, this movie has a trailer that is very like, okay, it looks kind of cute, you know, and before even watching the movie, I'm like, I guess I'll review it. I get a chance to see it early, why not? I was blown away, and it's just a very simple story about how two people from two different backgrounds with two different mindsets can really form a great bond. Justin Timberlake is fantastic, and I love how the movie is able to tell its story visually as opposed to just telling us all the stuff that needs to happen. And it has a great message about how people can change. It's a very simple movie, but it's simple yet effective. I got emotional many times, and if you guys have Apple TV, watch Palmer. Number 6 is Profile. Now, I believe that this movie came out in the UK a couple years ago, but only came over to North America this year. But regardless, this was one of the most intense viewing experiences I've had all year. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, and the fact that this movie takes place on a laptop, it makes it able for us to put ourselves into that situation. Therefore, we're able to feel more vulnerable and make it feel even more intense. If you want to be clenching your nails into your fists the entire time for a movie, then this is the movie for you. Number 5 is The Tomorrow War, and yet another movie where I'm like, the critics don't really like this movie? Am I an outlier in this situation? Well, probably so, because this movie felt like a science fiction action blockbuster that put the characters first. The concept, while sure sounds a little strange, I thought it was creative and they did a good job with it. The action sequences were exciting and felt in service to the story, and the stakes that this movie provides felt big and have consequences. It was a great balance between humor and drama, and I felt emotionally connected to the characters and story. I mean, this movie gave me everything I wanted in a grand science fiction adventure. Number 4 is Finch. Now, Tom Hanks, I mean, that guy can do no wrong. He's my favorite actor next to Tom Cruise. He's fantastic in this movie as well, but he also has a robot sidekick named Jeff, who is really the showstopper in this movie. And this movie teaches us to live a little, not to take life for granted, and it reminds us that we're all humans. We all have flaws and we make mistakes. But what's great about this movie is that there's a robot and a human, and they're both learning how to be more human together. Number 3 is King Richard. Now, Will Smith is a powerhouse. He is fantastic in this movie, but if you need a movie to make you feel uplifted and engaged and inspired and make you feel like you can do anything in the world, then King Richard is your movie. Number 2 is Free Guy. I haven't smiled like this in a movie theater in a very long time. The entire time I was smiling and I was laughing more than I normally do at any other blockbuster. Ryan Reynolds is just great as always, but leaving the theater, I felt like a kid again. I felt movie magic on screen, and I felt like I was 7 years old walking out of Pirates of the Caribbean for the first time and just going like, oh my god, that was such an amazing experience. And if I can feel like that in a movie, then it's doing something right. And number 1 is West Side Story. The best way I can describe this movie and this experience, really, and I've seen it twice now and I've had the same experience twice. I felt like I wasn't being sold a product. Like a lot of times when I go to a movie, especially this summer, I felt like a lot of the movies felt like corporate products made in a factory. It didn't feel like that at all. It felt like I was being told a story. I was completely swept up in the romance and the drama, and the music just makes me want to sing and dance and cheer. I'm still listening to the soundtrack even today. Every single day, I'm listening to the soundtrack on my phone from West Side Story. Every single day. And you can tell that Steven Spielberg put a lot of effort into this movie because it's his first musical, and it felt like he was revitalized with this movie. And it reminded me why I enjoy watching movies. It gave me hope that movie magic still exists. So, quick recap. Number 10, Encanto. Number 9, Spiderman No Way Home. Number 8, Don't Look Up. Number 7, Palmer. Number 6, Profile. Number 5, The Tomorrow War. Number 4, Finch. Number 3, King Richard. Number 2, Free Guy. And number 1, West Side Story. Yes, unfortunately, if you guys know me at all, I'm a giant James Bond fan. No Time to Die did not crack the top 10. I really wanted it to. It's still a good movie, but not quite good enough. So those are my top 10 favorite movies of the year. What are yours? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And again, guys, thank you so much for all the support this year. I hope to see you in 2022. Take care.